Welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture, I'm going to show you the way of handling the button onClick event. So in this lecture, I'm going to set the listener directly to the button. So I'm going to take the previous project as an example so that I will save little time because the process is almost same. We need to place the two buttons inside the activity main.xml file. On click of the button, we need to change the color of the both layout, that is linear layout and constraint layout. So let's start this lecture by head back to your Android Studio. So here you can see that this is the project that I am going to use in this video. So inside of activity.xml, the code is almost same. Constraint layout, inside of constraint layout, I have a linear layout. Along the linear layout, I have two buttons. So right now this main activity giving us this main activity text means this tool text context property gives us an error. So I'm going to remove this by pressing delete key. So now the error is gone. So inside of this main activity, you can see that I have already declared the variable, means it is declared in the previous project, means previous lecture. The first two are the button, other two are the linear layout and the constraint layout variables. Then inside of this onCreate, I have initialized all the variables that I have declared. Now it's time to set the listener directly to the button. So to do that, I'm going to type first button, then set onClick listener. So this is a set onClick listener look like in case of Kotlin. It's little bit different than the set onClick listener method inside the Java. Now it's time to set the listener to the second button as well. So I'm going to try second, then set onClick listener. Now inside of this, I'm going to change the color of our linear layout. Means I'm going to write the code to change the color of the linear layout and constraint layout. So I'm going to type linear layout dot set background color, and here we need to use the color class. So color dot, and I'm going to type dk red, means which is a dk gray, which is a dark gray. So just make a duplicate and replace the linear layout to constraint layout and change the color to red. And again copy this code and paste it inside the second onClick listener. Then here we need to change it to green and just change it to black, means cyan. Now it's time to run the application because the code is done. So here you can see that our application is up and running. So when I click on this first button, so you can see that the color of the constraint layout changes to red and the color of the linear layout changes to dark gray. And when I click on the second button, then the color of the constraint layout changes to blue and the color of the constraint layout changes to cyan and the color of the linear layout changes to green. So you can switch between the colors. So this is a simple application, but it allows you how you can actually use the set onClick listener on the button. Means the actual way how you can use the set onClick listener inside the Kotlin language when you are working in the Android Studio. So you need to experiment it by yourself. So that's all about this lecture. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.